Hey everybody, welcome back to World of Tanks with Hachiman. Bringing you a garage overview of a mean, nasty little tank, the Spahpanzer SP-1C. This is the replacement for the Awful Panther, or Ochflorong Panther, or however you pronounce it. Everyone called it the Awful Panther. This is the new German Tier 7 light tank. You can see I've played 2 games in it, and I've won them both, and both of those games will be replays for you guys to see. You can see I'm running a female crew on this tank. I've got a trio of... It's a perfect tank for a female crew. It's only got 3 crew members. I mean, how can you beat that? Let's talk very briefly about this armor. You don't have any. Let's just leave it at that. There's nothing else to discuss. Don't talk to me about the sloping of the upper plate. It's bull. You got 15 millimeters of frontal turret armor, 10 all the way else around. This tank will never block a shot. Period. Once in a blue moon, its tracks elite something. You will see that happen, but that happens with all tanks. The flip side of the coin, you want to kill one of these things, and trust me, when you see one, you want to kill it. Fire HE. It doesn't matter what caliber gun you have. HE shells will get full penetration, will do damage. That's all you need to know about killing this thing. Okay. Mobility. I do not have the upgraded engine at this moment. I've got the second engine, which gets me 164 horsepower, but the tank only weighs 10-11 tons. So it's not a bad horsepower to weight ratio, but it's not particularly good for a light tank either. The top tier engine will help quite a bit, but you will find that this does not accelerate as quickly as, say, an M41 Walker Bulldog. Okay. Its top speed is only 58 kph. So it doesn't accelerate as quickly, nor is it nearly as fast as an M41 Walker Bulldog. So what does this mean? This means you probably shouldn't use this as a scout. Okay. So how should you use it? Well, let's talk about that for a moment. Let's talk about the guns. You've got a trio of guns. Comes with a stock 90mm weapon, which is not a bad weapon at all. 170 penetration, 240 average damage. It's not bad. It really isn't. The next gun up, the 90mm Tier 7 90mm Mikar, however you pronounce it, is 10mm more pen. That's it. On regular ammo. Premium and HE are the same. And it's the same rate of fire. It's really no different. But the gun you see on the battlefield is the top weapon, which is still Tier 7, and still has the same characteristics, same penetration, and same damage, but it is the 3-round autoloader. Now, do not think of this in terms of the American autoloaders. Everyone knows an M41 Walker Bulldog loads 10 rounds and has 2 rounds between shots, and it's more like the French autoloader in that you've got 3 seconds between shots. Like an AMX 5100 has almost 3 seconds, but this is a full 3 seconds. And the magazine, this is what you have to be. No, the magazine is only 3 shells. That's it, just 3. That's all you get. Once you fire off those 3 shots, you have, depending on how you're equipped, up to a 20-second reload time. And that sounds kind of brutal, because an M41 Walker Bulldog gets 10 shots for a total of, well over 1,000 potential damage, and then he has to wait 34 seconds. Well, give or take. You can cut this down pretty substantially, and that's what you want to try to do. My female crew is not fully trained, because I retrained them to this tank. So, if you look at them, they're at 85%. Okay. And I've got vents. They've got the Sisterhood of Steel, of course. And I'm running chocolate on this machine. So, my actual reload time is below 17. It's at 16.91. And when these 3 get to 100%, it's going to be even better. Not sure the exact delta on that, but it should be 16 seconds or less. Well, 16 seconds is not a lot of time to have to kill. Not if you're using this machine the right way. In the 2 replays that you'll see, you'll see I do not use this machine like the standard light tank. I am not doing a lot of fast charging and scouting. I'm staying back more, I'm sniping, and I'm only going in to fight at close range when I know I have the kill. When I know that I'm going to pull this off without a whole lot of trouble. And you'll see it in the replays. I've played 2 games in it. I've earned a first class and a second class in my first 2 games, and I played really well. My WN8 in my first game was over 10,000. Some of the characteristics on the gun for a moment. It's not quite as accurate as most German guns. .38 dispersion at 100 meters, is not that great as German guns go, but the aim time's good, 2.4. So if you are fortunate enough to be in a stationary position and aiming while you load your individual shells, you will easily load in time, or aim fully in time. And at .38 dispersion, it's not great for a German gun, but it's not bad either. You can dish out a lot of damage with this machine in a very short amount of time. It is a Tier 7 light. It does matchmake as a Tier 8. You will see plenty of Tier 10 battles. But it can be effective even in Tier 10 battles. You just have to choose your targets, know when and where. Precision of fire, aiming for weak spots, you can penetrate heavy tanks without a whole lot of trouble. But to sum it up, it's not a true scout, and don't try to play it like one. M41s and AMX 1375s and LTTBs will annihilate you, okay? One-on-one. Simply put, they're faster, they're more agile, they accelerate quicker, and even the M41 will kill you before you can kill him, even with its autoloader. And an LTTB, for example, will have no problem because he's not an autoloader. But play him more as a support role. Think Hellcat. Okay. Ever since the Hellcat has been nerfed over and over and over, everyone has to play the Hellcat like he was meant to be played, which is sit in position, snipe, do some damage, relocate, do some damage, relocate, do some damage. And that's kind of what you have to do with this guy. At least that's the way I've been successful with him. So anyway, I hope this gave you some insight into this really kind of goofy looking little machine. And I hope you guys like the gameplay videos you'll see coming up the next couple days. Thanks a lot, guys, and see you soon.